Hey guys, Elena here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about intermittent fasting, which is one of my favorite things to talk about, so I can't wait to share all my tips and tricks on how to get started. Welcome back. So if you're watching this video, you're probably just a little confused on how to start fasting, what fasting is. So I want to go ahead and give you all my tips and tricks to getting started. I've been doing it for 3 months. I've lost 30 pounds and I've never felt better. I love it. I will never not fast a day in my life. And I know that for tons of men and women that I work with, it has changed their life. They are feeling all the benefits. They're seeing results that they want. So I really just wanted to come in here and give you guys a great beginner's guide to starting. I am not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionalist. So please feel free to talk to your doctor or your nutritionalist before you start. But let's get on in. So the first thing I want to let you know is that fasting is eating within a time window between 8 hours and 1 hour. And I know that, a lot of us wake up, we eat breakfast, we eat snacks, we eat lunch, snacks, dinner. Not no more, not in the snacking world. And we've kind of been programmed our whole life that we need to eat this way. I really recommend that you do your research on fasting. I have a benefit of fasting video that I'll put a link to in the description so you can see all the more in-depth benefits from fasting, but it's so great for your body. It really is. Once you do your research, you're going to be blown away. So pretty much when you're fasting, you're going to be giving your digestive system a rest, right? And our digestive system's used to working all day long. And so our body is focused on that. It doesn't have time to heal elsewhere. Well, when you're fasting, because your digestive system's resting, it gives your body a chance to heal. It gives your body a chance to do autophagy, which is where it recycles dead cells, which is great for anti-aging. It's great for healing. And then also because you're depleted of your glycogen stores, which is, your sugar stores, it also is going to be in ketosis, which is where you're burning your fat for fuel. It's where you're going to have mental clarity. You're just going to feel like $1,000,000, right? Which we all want to do. And we're also going to be seeing those results, which is awesome. So, I really recommend that you do your research, look into it, do as much research as you can to make the right decision for you and your lifestyle. But I definitely recommend fasting. It's been a game changer. So let's start with some simple steps to get you started. The first one is that you're going to want to set some goals. And I always say this because it's super important, but you need to set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and make sure that they're obtainable, right? So don't be like, I want to lose 30 pounds in a week. Maybe 1 to 2 pounds a week. Anything over that's extra and awesome. You could also set your daily fasting goals and kind of just write them down where you could see them, and then write down why you're wanting this. Like, why are you wanting to lose these 5 pounds? Why are you wanting to lose these 100 pounds? Something deep, something that when you look at it, it's going to keep you motivated to stay on track. Always my first goal is, to stick with it for at least 30 days. It's super important to give your body time, but you could set it however you want. Just make sure that you're setting obtainable goals that align with your big goal and aligns with your whys. You always want to set your goals, guys, no matter what program you're doing. The second is that you want to take before pictures, measurements, and weight, okay? And I know, this is kind of well, duh, but just in case, I want to get it out there because sometimes when we're on this weight loss journey, it's really hard for us to see those results in ourselves. Even for me personally, there's been times I've looked in the mirror and I'm like, what the heck? But then when I put my pictures, my before picture and my current picture side by side, I'm blown away. Or when I do my measurements, I'm blown away. And so it's really important to have those tools so that way if you are feeling a little down or maybe the scale hasn't moved as much, you really have those pictures and those measurements to show you that you are. And everybody's body heals differently. So when you're doing fasting, your body's healing, it's adjusting, it's getting used to this new thing. And so sometimes you might lose inches before you lose weight. But this way, at least if you have your measurements and you have your pictures and you have your weight, you could see exactly what's happening with your body, where it's losing from, and it kind of keeps you from freaking out because you don't think you're seeing results. The third part, and this is where we really get into the fasting part, is you're going to pick your window. You're going to pick how long you want to fast for, and you're going to pick when you want to eat. And so there's an easy way to do this, and this is what I recommend when people start, is you start with a 16-hour fast. That means 16 hours you are not eating. Don't get scared. I promise it's not that hard, and it'll get easier as time goes on. But a great way to start with your 16 hours is to start after dinner. So say you finish dinner at 6 o'clock. Well, then you start your fasting app, which you could use something like MyFast. It's what I use. It's free. It's on Android. I'm sure it's on iPhone. And you start it, and you could set your time for 16 hours. And you know what's great is you're going to go to bed pretty soon, right? And all those sleeping hours count towards your fasting hours. So then by 10 o'clock the next day, you're going to have your 8-hour eating window. So pretty much it's just skipping breakfast, right? It doesn't sound that overwhelming when you think of it that way. And then you could eat. And when you're eating in your 8-hour window, what I recommend that you do is you don't like overstuff your face, right? Just do 3 meals with no snacks. Okay, so 3 meals a day, no snacks. You can do late lunch or late breakfast, early lunch, early dinner, and then you're gonna restart your fast again and go the next day for 16. And you're gonna do that for a week. If after that week you're feeling amazing, right? You're like, this isn't that bad, I got this. Then the next week you're gonna go to 18 hours. And instead of eating 3 meals, you're gonna go to eating 2. So you'll eat like early lunch and an early dinner, no snacks, close your window. And then you'll go for 18 hours that whole entire week again. And if you're feeling great, then you could go even more. You could go to 20, you could go to 24, and you could kind of keep your, you could do 1 meal, or you could do like a meal and a snack. If you're doing like a 20 or a 24, like have a small snack and then your meal, and then close your window. There is no rush to get to 24 hours. Like, don't feel like you have to do it in 3 weeks. If it takes longer, that's totally fine. Like, but make sure to at least challenge yourself. So if you're doing 16 hours and you feel like you could do longer, and the next day you make it to 17, but you don't make it 18, that's still a win. Like, pat yourself on the back and just try to progressively get longer and longer till you reach that 20 to 24 hour spot. I will say, from watching people on this journey, that most of the time their sweet spot, so the spot that their body prefers, the spot that they feel the best and are seeing the best results, are fasting from 20 to 24 hours. So I would definitely try my best to work up to that time. But remember to always listen to your body and to not like over push yourself. Like, this is supposed to be enjoyable. You're supposed to be liking it. You're supposed to be feeling great. Okay. So don't like make yourself miserable. And when you are fasting and when you're first starting, you're probably going to feel a little bit of hunger. Your body is really, really used to eating like at certain times. And just know that you're probably never going to feel real hunger. Like, what you're feeling is your body being like, hey, we usually eat right now. Like, hey, where's my food? And usually if you take some water, you drink your electrolytes and you just wait for it to pass, it'll go. And a really interesting study I found was actually your hunger at 30 hours is no worse than your hunger at 16. So it's not going to get worse. It comes in waves, and you kind of just have to push yourself through it at first, but it will get easier. Your body will adjust and it's going to be worth it. So my next tip is actually creating your start date. So if you're watching this video and you're like, you know what, I'm starting tonight, then fine, or you can start tomorrow, but I definitely recommend starting sooner than later and kind of getting it going. And what you're going to do is you're going to download your MyFast app. You're going to write down your goals, take your pictures and your measurements, write everything that we said. And then you're going to, after dinner, you're going to start that app and you're going to push through. I will say, like, my first night, I was really used to snacking at night, so it was a little difficult. But over time, it got way easier. Like, I don't even think about it anymore. And when you're first fasting, like, try to keep busy. You don't have to lay around. You can still do your normal things. Try not to think about food. My first day fasting, I obsessed about food all day long, and it did not make it an enjoyable experience for me. So try not to think about food. Try to keep busy. When you're fasting, you could have, there's a few ways to fast, but let's go over the cleanest way, right? Clean is where you're not raising your insulin, and it's the quickest way to get results. And I definitely recommend that everybody keep their fast as clean as possible. So when you're clean fasting, you're going to be drinking water. You could drink black coffee. You could drink black or green tea unsweetened. And if you are drinking ketones, you could drink ketones max, right? That's all you could have in your window. It's supposed to be boring. It's not exciting. You don't want anything super sweet. You don't want creamer. You don't want sugar in your coffee. That all raises your insulin, and it could cause you to break your fast. It could also cause you to be hungrier. And so when you're fasting, you really want to keep to those things. There are other ways. Some people do fasting where it's, under 50 calories. Some people do, 10 calories an hour. You could find what works for you. But I will say that if you are fasting and you're not seeing results like you feel like you should be, I would really look back at what you're consuming during your fast. Because if you're doing like the 50 calories or if you're doing the 10 calories an hour, you might have to start eliminating those and making them cleaner, making it a cleaner fast. So that way you're actually getting all the benefits of fasting. And guys, it's really as simple as that. You set your state and you do it, and you push through and believe in yourself, you know, and just remind yourself that you're doing this so you can live the best life, and it's so great for your body. But it's really simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate anything. If you need help, I'm here for you. Make sure that when you're fasting, you are taking electrolytes. You know, you're getting sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Those are going to help so much. They're going to help with your energy. They're going to make sure you're not dehydrated, and they're going to also help make it so you're not constipated. They're going to make it so you're not tired. You're gonna feel a lot better, and you could make your own electrolytes, or you could buy something like a Smart Water or a Core Water, especially if you're doing a shorter fast. Those are totally fine. Take your magnesium at night, and really just know that you could do this. Like, it's been an amazing journey, and at first, you know, it can be hard, but really commit. If you're gonna do fasting, really commit to 30 days. Give your body 30 days to adjust. Give your body 30 days to get used to it and heal and see what could happen. Because I know I was so skeptical of fasting at first, and then I started seeing how I was feeling. I started seeing results, and I love it. Like, I will never not do it. And I have a lot of videos on fasting on this YouTube page. So go ahead and click on my name, go to my YouTube page, and do some more research, you know, find out all the benefits, find out my top fasting tips. And I hope this video has helped you. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm going to do a troubleshooting video on fasting next week, so look out for that. And please like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Have a great night.